Boats are going into start in the last heat of the 15th race. We have less than half an hour left of the qualifying races here in Nynäshamn. So now it will be soon determined, maybe one more race before we can see what will be the final outcome.
3, 2, 1.
All are clear. So we have the blue boat, number 5, Christer Sörvik. We have Kent Bengtsson, Chris Dance, 190 tacking, and 1611 Kai, 03, 557, and number 5 Christer Sörvik, 180 Chaco Keiser from the Netherlands. So they're all going out and spreading over a big distance now. You have Chris Dance in the far distance, and you have also Magnus Bod far out there, number 1. So I'll move slightly closer to the windward mark, seeking not to disturb any other people here. Very difficult to say yet, but Chaco Keiser has a good position. Peter Axel in the red sails out there. So I'll stop here and I will try to zoom in on the windward mark as they approach it in a big group of boats coming in. Number 1 will have to tack once more, I think. Chaco Keiser might make it. Then we have number 5, Christer Sörvik, who most likely will make it without tacking. Oh yes, Chaco will also need to tack, and they all tack actually. So there was no difference, and Christer Sörvik is now passing, followed by Chaco Keiser, Johan Lindholm, Peter Axel, Sweden, number 557, number 1, Magnus Bod, Sweden, 256, Chris Dance, Australia, number 17, and so forth. And let's follow Christer Sörvik down. Zoom out a little bit to get the other boats into the picture as well. So now this one is not so enormously long distance between the leading boat and the others. So you have Christer Sörvik, you do have Johan Lindholm, Chaco Keiser, Magnus Bod, and Peter Axel in the leading group. And let's zoom in on the downwind mark. So you see there, Christer Sörvik is likely to go to the outside. And he is down there now. And so is Chaco Keiser and Johan Lindholm. They all go on the outside. And so does Peter Axel and Magnus Bod. so that we a nice line up there, line of procession out of the there's not a single boat so far who taking the inner track.
Right. Good luck. Thank you. Nice to talk to you. Thank you. You too.
So far, Lars-Erik is keeping the distance to the following boats. And now they are tacking, to most of them, to the inner side, although there are still boats continuing, such as Magnus Bod. Let's zoom out a little bit so we get more boats into the picture. So Peter Axel is doing fine, following Johan Lindholm, and there we have Chaco Kaiser about 5 or 10 meters from the leading boat, which is Lars-Erik. Again, we'll try to get as many boats into the pictures as we can. And we slowly approach the windward mark from the second time, following sailors as they move up the track. We have Chris Dance there in the middle, in a relatively good position. And way up is Johan Lindholm, who's also well placed. Lars-Erik now goes far out, and he tacks now, hopefully in the expectation to be able to pass the windward mark without further ado. But there is an approach, I think is Chaco Kaiser, who may have made a good choice, coming possibly even before. Yes, Lars-Erik. No, it's Johan Lindholm. Johan Lindholm managed to so maybe Lars-Erik's choice of going so far out was not the right thing to do. Magnus Bod coming now in the third. So now we have a change of lead. Johan Lindholm ahead of Lars-Erik, although their distance is very small. Follow them down a little bit. Magnus Bod in the third position. So now it will be interesting to see if they once more will take the same choose the same direction, or whether some will go to the inside and some to the outside. So Johan Lindholm is in the lead, followed by Lars-Erik, followed by Magnus Bod, in the third position. I think Chris Dance is likely to make it as number 4, number 256 from Australia. And then Peter Axel and one more boat which I don't see for the moment. I think Peter Axel made a better turn, so he probably is ahead now and came a little bit before Chaco Kaiser. And again it seems that they are all choosing the outer side with one single exception there. Maybe it's the right thing to do, I don't know. But it turned out that the boat that went to the inner side almost immediately tacked to the outside again. It's number 54, I think. And we have Chaco Kaiser also on the inside here, number 180 from the Netherlands. Let's see how that results as they meet each other. That is what makes it a little bit more exciting when you have people going in different directions and you see the result only later. But now it seems that as we are moving closer to the end, we'll stop here maybe. Here is the finishing line. And we have a number of boats approaching. The first is Johan Lindholm, and it seems as if Christer Sørvik is number 2. Johan makes an effort to be able to cover Christer Sørvik should he get closer. So he takes another tack up, not to take any risks. And then we have Magnus Bood, most likely in the 3rd position. No, turns out that Magnus Bood comes in most likely 2nd. Christer has lost 1 place there. Number 5, number 256. I57, Peter Axel, 180. Kaiser, Netherlands, 184. Etc. So this ends the race.